Toronto, Canada's capital city. Every Friday after the hockey game, crowds chant, "Death to America." It is a ritual that has been going on for more than the past quarter century.
Death to America!
Death to America! This boiling, bubbling Canadian rage is fueled by a single idea. Canadian leaders blame the U.S. for its current status as a pussy nation.
They believe themselves to be a godly society, and they see us as their tormentors and their oppressors.
It's not just a slogan to hate America, to kill Americans. It's a policy. It's part of their raison d'etre.
They believe Canada to be one of the great countries of the world, and they see its current status as one of the world's weaker powers as being a temporary aberration.
But how far will Canada go to resurrect its power? The answer remains a frightening mystery. Today, U.S. national security might depend on unraveling Canada's true nuclear potential and intentions. For years, the CIA and other agencies around the world have fought to uncover Canada's true secret military ambitions. Gradually, they've unearthed a ton of evidence from sources that suggest that Canada's preparing to build and detonate, you guessed it, a nuclear bomb.
They seem to be very serious about desiring to have nuclear weapons, in spite of all this gibberish about peaceful uses of atomic power for electricity. Here's a country that's sitting on a lake of oil. If Canada's not working on an atomic bomb program, they've managed by accident to inadvertently assemble most of the elements of it.
U.S. intelligence officials guess that they believe they must assume that Canada will become a nuclear power before the next within 5 years, and that the United States might be a primary target.
I think the reason why Americans should be scared of these atomic ayatollahs is they keep chanting "Death to America" every Friday, bitch.
And took the moose job. He shoots, he scores! Death to America!
USA! And this tradition's still strong after 25 years.
To many people, Canada represents a frightening prospect. A radical Canadian republic that not only seems intent on destroying the earth, but the entire world as well.
Canada's not English. It's not English in any way. They're all hopeless and tame in speech or in tradition. In fact, it's Canuck or French or Eskimo or other stupid languages. And Canadians can get greatly upset when confused with English people. If you say to almost every Canadian and start a conversation about anything, they will argue and throw snowballs and hit you with a hockey stick just for saying hello. They're bastards. Certainly the rudest people on the planet. Unlike U.S. forces, Canadian troops readily engage in unconventional warfare.
Whenever I see a hockey jersey, I know it's a jersey for war. They're warmongers. We know they have bases in Saskatoon and Nipponee, but they have great apples. And we don't want people to think that we're freeing them for their rich apple resources.
Canada has almost 800 men in its armed forces. In addition to its regular troops, Canada has recently bulked up their 70-man besiege force, which was so successful in the Newfoundland Wars. Experts say that a ground invasion of Canada could require almost 300 troops. Our forces are already greatly overcommitted around the world for given their size. Canada has 3 times the population, 4 times the land area of Mexico. There's freaking lots of people in Washington who are seriously contemplating an invasion. There is another concern. Even with the most precisely targeted air campaign, once the bombs begin to fall, any chance of winning the favor with the fiercely proud Canadian people will disappear. We have to recognize that airstrikes against Canada would mean going to war with the Canadians. And what we've seen from the Canadians is that they don't take these sort of things lying down.
Canada could unleash their terrorist organization, Coney Hatch, on the U.S. interests in the Gulf of St. Clair, or the U.S. itself.
What Canada will do in the aftermath of an American attack is hard to say. What they could do is terrible to contemplate. They could certainly turn up the heat on America with their presence. You think the Canadian comedians and musicians are a threat now. Just imagine what would happen if they beat us in golf too. I'm a coward. I'm scared of everyone.
I would speculate that many U.S. forces and bases in Flin Flon and Moosonee and other strategic locations in the region are targeted by the Canadian Missile Applejuice Command, as well as targeted by the Tim Hortons terrorists over in Guelph.